Greetings, everyone. We are live again. Dynasty Mirror search for Huru. I hope all is well, guys. Sorry about last time. When I say last time, like literally like 8 minutes ago, because I had accidentally sent the wrong link for the wrong stream. We had the wrong link for the stream, and I got on here, and thank God wasn't going to a whole full 40-minute conversation. Brandon was like, "Look, Dynasty, I think you sent me the wrong link. This ain't the right topic." I'm like, oh shoot. But Brad, I do kind of want to talk about a little bit about this marijuana. I guess I don't know what to call it. Fad. I don't know, but we'll talk about it here in a second. But everybody, like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you go to dynastymir.com. Again, please go to dynastymir.com. Tour, y'all. We are leaving for Sierra Leone in about 13 days, and I cannot wait. I am excited. I am pumped. I cannot wait to see all my beautiful people in Sierra Leone. If you want to join us, we got about a slot or two left. So if you want to join, hit me up. Go to dynastymir.com. Send me a message, and I will holla black and get you the info. Also, to Nigeria. Omo Niger, we're going back to Nigeria. I have not been to Nigeria since January of 2020. It's been a minute. So August, weed is the future for Africa. We're going to talk about that a little bit. Before we get to the topic, me and Brandon were talking offline about weed, and we'll get into that in a second. Let me just finish these announcements. August 16th to the 22nd, we are going to Nigeria. Oh, hey, back there. So if you're interested in rolling with us to Nigeria, hit me up. Go to dynastymir.com and send me a message. Anything else? I think that's it for the announcements. Oh, we are approaching 100,000 subscribers. When we hit 100K, I got some crypto for you guys, courtesy of Lead Wallet and the snake skin. Shout out to Secure Brown. Brother Brown is rolling with us. Brother Brown, you got to put down your deposit, brother. You got to put down your deposit. He's rolling with us in Nigeria. Y'all, this bag, this duffel, real snakeskin, black-owned duffel bag company, black-owned line, brother Tomlini, blessed me with one of these bags. I bought like 2 of them, so he blessed me with one. Real snakeskin, real leather, no fugazi. This is real. And I am going to bless one of you all out there. One of you lucky subscribers. Brandon, you can enter the win as well. You're a subscriber.
How do I enter the win?
I'm gonna figure that out.
You know,
so we're gonna figure it out.
There's apps where you call raffles, Dynasty. You just download the app and then put the names in.
All right, there we go. So we're gonna do a raffle app. Lucky winner will get this, a postcard. The postcard's over there, and brother Rob Green, I already sent your postcard out as well. You should be getting that this week sometime. Man, my knuckles is ashy. Wow, I didn't tell me I was ashy. Man, I'm coming up in here ashy. My knuckles is ashy. I got no lotion back here. Okay, it's okay. Whatever. But I just got to have ashy knuckles today. It's okay.
My knuckles are ashy, and I got lotion sitting right here. But
okay. I just got to be ashy today. So you get a postcard, some crypto, and a duffel bag. All right. And for people who super chat today, hold on one second. Hold on. Let me grab this. Let me grab this joint. For people who super chat, you will get a postcard. Hit me up, super chat, and I will send you a postcard. So that's it. That's it for the announcement. But no, so before we get into the main topic, me and Brandon were just talking about this marijuana craze. Like, everybody now wants to grow cannabis. Everybody wants to grow cannabis. And living in Los Angeles, California, let me unpackage this. All of the cannabis, was it dispensary? Marijuana dispensaries? Dispensary, whatever you say it. Dispensary. We're all owned by like Armenians or just Middle Eastern non-black people. They were all owned by um, Armenians for the most part, or just Eastern Europeans, that corridor. And I promise you, every time, because I used to, because so when I did sales for Centos, the weed dispensaries, they would buy our lab coats. But I promise you, without avail, I mean, I promise you, every time I would drive by one, every time I would go to one, the weed shops were owned by Armenians, and it would be like 2 or 3 black people standing out front looking like zombies. I don't know what they put in the weed,
Looking
but
like
they used to
crackhead.
be looking like crackhead zombies. I don't know if the Armenians is lacing it with crack. I mean, I don't know. But for some
They
reason,
will.
I don't know. But for some reason, our people would just be standing in front looking like crackheads. Our people. It would just only be our people. I wouldn't see white people. I wouldn't see Asians. I wouldn't see Koreans. I wouldn't see no other demographic of people in front of these weed dispensaries. It would be just black people
You don't see. You
standing
don't see
out front.
Armenians. You don't see the people who own the place with their
Right.
kids and their women congregated around the weed spot like crackheads, bro.
But our people would just be in front looking like crackheads. And
Dynasty.
same thing with the e-cigarettes. What they call what they call it? Vape. The
Vape.
vape. Same thing. Our
Crackheads.
people will be out in the front just looking like crackheads. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I'm telling you, without avail, I'm telling you. Whenever I went to these places to sell them, or whenever I drove by them, our people will be out front looking like
Cracked out.
crackheads.
Dynasty.
Cracked out.
Dynasty.
Go
Listen.
ahead.
DMX is a person who's in bad shape right now. The guy himself said he smoked a crack laced weed blunt. That's how he got on drugs. Weed, as many people agree here, is medication. So when you smoke weed, you're self-medicating. Why is it that our people are so hopelessly dependent on marijuana? People always talk about the economic potential of marijuana and cannabis, but they don't talk about the real issue. Our people are not on the economic end of it. We are not on the end where you're making a profit off it. We are consumers. Black people are the #1 consumers in America. We consume weed more than anybody else, I'm pretty sure. But the thing is, when you can't get through the freaking day without smoking weed, bro, when you got to really make an effort to get a job, you got to be clean for 30 days, and you going out buying everything, it's blue love. How you know the next blunt you smoke won't be laser crack unless you roll it up? How do you know?
No,
Just
not
like,
even that. Unless you, I guess, grow your own weed. I don't know. I just
right. How do you know what the dispensary is spraying on your shit? You don't. But you just know, oh man, I'm getting faded off of that. Let me go back. Y'all not even checking it. That's why weed took so long to be legal, because there was no regulation, and there's still not. But the point I'm making is, we have issues, Dynas, and what we're doing is we're using weed to self-treat and self-medicate so that we don't have to deal with those issues. A lot of people who smoke weed can't even get through the day without smoking, man. And then when you smoke it, it's not like it makes you beautiful or makes you look healthy. Get the people smoking weed all the time. Black lips, looking smoked out. I'd be like, are you smoking the weed, or is the weed smoking you? Because it's like even a certain look that goes along with being a weed smoker. Like, I'm telling you, I don't think our people are really capable of handling things like marijuana and self-medication like responsibly, because it's like the kids is on weed smoking every day. I'm like, how's a freaking 15-year-old kid smoking $200 worth of weed in a week or in a couple of days? All we're doing, see, And then look, this is the worst part, guys. When you start talking about their narcotic, they start attacking you. You sound stupid, bro. We all live in the hoods in America, bro. We all know. How many of you know somebody sitting up smoking weed all day, drinking that hen dog all day, and then you start talking to them, and all they talking about is their problems and all the things that went wrong with them. I have a friend, he got a divorce. That dude starts smoking weed. Now all he does is sit up, smoke weed, drink Hennessy all day, don't work, don't do nothing. Just lost his place, just moved in with his mom. But y'all gonna say weed is the future. Man, a lot of your people are suffering with weed as the catalyst of that suffering. And y'all talking about, oh, it's the future. It's not the future for you. It's the future exploitation because everybody else gonna be selling it and you're gonna be buying it. I don't understand how Kazulu, I appreciate you, brother, but I don't understand how you talking about weed is the future for Africa. How do you know what the future is for a place that you've never been to? See what I'm saying? We talking about some, that just show you we crazy, bro. How the future can't be STEM, you know what I'm saying? Science, engineering, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. The future could be some bullshit that you happen to like to use recreationally. See, you don't got no future in some shit that your enemy control. And your enemy control the weed, bro. You don't control no aspect of that. Not even, bro, hemp. Oh, hemp this, hemp that. We always hear all this mighty talk about hemp. But guess what? No one's producing shit with hemp that's profiting us. And I used to be sponsored by a jiu-jitsu company, and they make jiu-jitsu gis. Bro, they put hemp in the gi, but they got sued because once you superheat the gi, right? Once the heat, you superheat the gi to, like, I guess, finish it or whatever they do to it, it actually changes the nature of the hemp so that it's no longer any hemp left in the fabric. So they got sued for that. But it's all just a trend. There's no future in hemp. Why are you gonna make something out of hemp when you can make something out of cotton or the thousands of other synthetic materials that are better than hemp? You know what I'm saying? People just like it because it's a fad, it's trendy, it's popular, and now they're trying to associate themselves with it. It's just like niggas who say, oh, we're the people in the Bible. No, it's just something popular that you're familiar with, and you have to figure out a way to associate yourself with it. We do that all the time, and we're doing it with weed, and we're looking stupid because our kids is out here smoking weed. Our kids, and notice this, Dinah, our kids ain't even just smoking weed now. Our kids started off smoking weed. Now they popping pills. They snorting coke. Like, who knew black people did cocaine, bro? I didn't. Right. Then all of a sudden, everybody playing with their nose. That shit starts with the weed, bro. The minute I've never smoked weed in my life, Dinah, and guess what? I've never smoked crack in my life either. You know, it's like one thing leads to another, and everybody's not going to be able to just stay in that weed lane. It's going to be the weed. You know what I'm saying? If you like to find being high, when one thing is not available for you to get high with, you're just going to get high on something else. This is the nature of a crackhead. That's why I tell people, if you smoke weed, you don't smoke crack. Because it's you still are trying to take yourself outside of yourself and inebriate yourself in a way where you're not, yourself. No man or woman can say that they are healed or stable or any of that when they need to constantly be using some type of what is it called? Some type of like thing that causes them to be like outside of their mind. People drink, right? People drink to get buzzed, all that. But nobody should be drinking every day. You know what I'm saying? Because that's something that you do recreationally or whatever. But y'all Negroes don't just smoke weed every weekend or y'all smoking 4, 7, 10 times a day. Can't damn near get a job because you got to go take a detox first or wait a month without weed. Like, we're using weed as a crutch, and it's really bad. Really bad.
All right, guys, hit that like button. Say that again, Brandon.
I lecture on weed. Shame on you, and I'm shaking my finger.
Guys, hit that like button again. Please hit the like button. All right, let's hit that like button, please. So let's jump into the topic. Who is qualified to protect Black women? I feel like the goalpost is always moving when it comes to, and sisters, I want this to be interactive. We're going to open up the lines in about 16 minutes. Sisters,
no, why
Women
got to get on here?
Yeah. So I want I want the sisters to call in. Who is qualified to protect Black women? Like, what's the qualifications?
Oh yeah. Are we starting right now? Because
Yeah, we're going in. Go ahead, Brandon. Go ahead.
listen, man, this is the reality. The only person who's qualified to protect the Black woman is the Black man. And I would even say the Black American man too, because there's just certain things I feel like African men around the world are lacking, that the Black American man possesses, that uniquely qualifies us to not only protect the Black woman, but to teach those other brothers how to properly protect the Black woman. Like when I speak, Donis, I speak from life experience. You feel me? One time I'll give you a story. One time I was eating at a restaurant called Pan Afrique, Hotel Pan Afrique. They had a restaurant inside.
Where is it? Where is it?
Nairobi, Kenya.
Okay.
So I'm sitting at the booth eating my food, right? So I'm with some friends, me, a couple of people, my boy Fred. We chilling, we eating. So these dudes sit us inside the restaurant, right? Little did we know there was a buffet on the outside where the pool and all that was, and it was like some white people out there. So they didn't sit us like out there with the white people.
Can I interject, Brandon? I'm sorry to cut you off. Okay, so Black Love, Black Love's upset because you were criticizing the marijuana industry. Why do our people get so emotional when it comes to weed? Well, I don't get it. Like when it comes to weed, if you tell like Brandon, if somebody smoking some weed, Brandon, if I've seen people get into fights because someone told them they were smoking Bammer weed. Like I've seen people throw hands because someone said that's Bammer weed you're smoking. Like I just don't get it.
Bro, only a crackhead is gonna argue over a narcotic, bro. Like that's it. That's like only a prostitute is gonna fight over a pimp. Like that just shows you how low level their thinking is. Like you're gonna start attacking me because I insulted your precious flower. Get the hell out of here, dude. You're crackhead. But anyway, so but even crackheads will be like, you know what, you is right, man. I don't need to be smoking crack. So weed smokers is even crackheads because they're freaking like confident. They're defiant in their drug abuse, right? But so we go to this hotel, to this restaurant. So one of the girls I was seeing was like, so the food comes out, it's trash. It's like little ass food, overpriced. So the girl sitting there is like, I don't want to eat this. I want them to take this back and I want to go eat out at the buffet, right? The guy starts talking to her Swahili, reprimanding her real hard, right? So then I said something to her. I say, look, bro, here's the deal. We pay for our food like everybody else. Either you take this food back because you misrepresented what this was, you lied to us, told us the portions were good, told us that was one thing, we got something else, and now she wants to go eat at the buffet, as do I. You need to make that happen, or we just gonna leave and y'all not gonna get shit. The dude starts apologizing. Oh, I'm so sorry. If you guys want to go outside and eat at the buffet, you're more than welcome. I'll show you over there and all that stuff. Diane, tell me why this girl started crying. I said, why are you crying? She's like, no one has ever stood up for me like that before. This in Africa. She said, no one has ever stood up for me like that before. Like, and you see that all the time in Africa. So when you got our women and people talk about, oh, I'm going to go to Africa, the men is real men and bullshit, how you going to get protected by a dude who can't even use a gun, who ain't ever even shot a gun and scared of gunfire? How you going to get protected by a dude who don't even know the basis of hand-to-hand combat? Better yet, the biggest question is, how can you be protected by someone who doesn't even know you? And not you as far as a person, but you as far as collective behavior. This is why white men, Asian men, men from other continents, even if they're black, cannot protect the black woman in America. Because in order to protect a person or a place, you have to know about that place. You have to know the tendencies of that place, and that place has to be stable. Black American women have very ignorant tendencies, and they're very unstable, which makes it almost impossible for anybody to protect them. Even the people who protect the President of the United States, They are only able to do that because they have a very good understanding of his routine. At 6 o'clock in the morning, he gets up, he goes for a 5-mile jog. At 9 o'clock, he goes to breakfast. At 10 o'clock, he likes to sit down and read a book. At 11, they know his schedule. That makes it easy to protect him. Black women, so inconsistent on everything, how can we protect them? 1 minute, right? 1 minute, our women are in support of stuff like transgender and sex change and homosexual stuff. Next minute, our women, Lil Nas X, he doing too much with that video. Da-da-da-da. But wait, you guys were supporting that six months ago. Black women constantly move the goalpost on what it means to protect them. So no one is able to protect them. The black man is the only one who can even come close, because we're the only ones who are able to keep up with their constant moving of the goalposts, their inconsistency, and their apathy towards their own protection. Dinus, when the Chinese was beating up the black women in the 99-cent store.
Hold on. I got to interject real quick. Brandon, you're in a prime example of why black women aren't protected and aren't worthy of.
Yeah.
Hold on. And aren't worthy of protecting anyone but who you know, dude. We good over here. But this is the problem, Brandon. See, this is the problem I have. So Brandon is married to a black woman, beautiful family, beautiful wife, beautiful daughter. But it's like on one end, I hear sisters saying, well, black men ain't marrying us, this, that, and other. Then whenever Brandon criticizes or has his opinion, the first thing they want to attack is like his relationship with women when he's married to a beautiful black woman, has a beautiful black daughter. I don't get that.
No, my wife, what they'll say is, oh, his wife's picked me and his daughter, he's probably beating her. You know, it's the excuses, Dynasty. But let's face the reality. The Chinese was beating up our women in their nail shops and in their hair salons, right? We tried to protect them. You saw many videos of black men going in trying to say something about it. Even I made a video doing that. What happened, Dynasty? The black women was still going up in their droves, telling us, you can't tell me where to go. I could go in there even if they is beating us up. Then they turn around when the Chinese do give them the knuckle sandwich. The first thing they're gonna do is say, you didn't protect us. How can I protect you when you won't even listen to what I'm telling you to do? That makes it possible for me to protect you. My wife, when I saw what was happening, I told my wife, look, I don't want to see you at no nail shops, and I don't want to see you in no hair store, because if one of them Asians do something to you, it's gonna be all bad. My wife said, I don't even go in the hair store or the nail shop anyway. So my cousin is black, she owns a nail shop. That's where my wife get her nails done. So my wife was like, I don't be in there anyway, right? So how was I was able to protect my wife? Because my wife was willing to abide by the rule that I set, you know what I'm saying, for her own safety. These black women don't want to listen to black men, period. They want to make their own decisions, but then when their decisions end up hurting them, they want you to go run and give your life to protect them so they can keep on going. Like, look, Dennis, I'm going to tell you a personal story that just happened in my town. There was a girl, this is true. She's been messing with this daddy Negro for years, almost like 8 years, right? Had one kid by him. The dude's a pimp. He's a pimp. She tries to say he's not, but he's really a pimp. So he dates her regular, but he pimps hoes on the side. This chick had a baby by him. She does like Christmas photos with him, tries to make it seem like everything's all good. We're a happy family. I always comment on her Facebook post. How are y'all happy family and you're not even married? You just having kids by this dude and gave you no ring, nothing, but you're trying to project a false narrative, right? Bro, she's pregnant by this dude now. Dude goes to her house. They get into an argument. They get into a fight. She slaps him. And this is all on Facebook if y'all want to check out. She wrote like 10 essays on Facebook. She smacks the dude. The dude smacks her. When the dude smacks her, she calls her dad. He hit me, right? The dad and the mom go over. The dad, you can look this up right now. Long Beach shootout. The dad and the mom go over to his house to confront this dude about slapping her, right? Mind you, everybody, friends, family, You need to leave this dude alone. You need to leave this dude alone. You need to leave this dude alone for years. Tell me why these dudes killed her dad. They shot the mom and killed the dad. Now her daddy is dead. This heifer on Facebook still trying to write shit, going at this dude, but still at the same time leaving openings to where they could get back together. Talking about, oh, it wasn't him. It was some guy that his dad sent out the house. Dude, your dad is freaking dead. He got killed defending you, and the best you could do is try to make a excuse as to how your pimp boyfriend wasn't really responsible. Technically, it was his dad's fault because the dad was the one who sent the dude out with the gun to go kill her dad. Nigga, he's dead. And this is what I'm telling you about black women. Black women don't take shit serious until somebody is dead, bro. You ever, I used to be a gang member. Bro, females, we have females who was from the same hood as me. They'll talk so much shit, bro, to the point where we would start getting in fights with other dudes. Soon as somebody starts shooting, all the females do is start screaming. Then as soon as somebody gets shot, all they do is start crying. But before that point, they the hardest thing in the club. They straight up gangsters, talking crazy to dudes, slapping girls, throwing drinks in people's faces, spitting on people. But as soon as it comes down to where some blood gonna get shed, they're of no support. That's not just black women, that's all women. But you have other groups of women who are like, look, I'm gonna protect myself by falling in line behind our men, and I'm gonna carry myself in a dignified, graceful way so that I'm not the cause of problems. I'm not causing any problems for this dude. Because that's what allows your man to protect you. Protection is like defensive. If you care, it's like driving. If you drive defensively, you're going to be safer than if you drive offensively, because now you're at the mercy of other people's mistakes in bad discretion, right? That's the same thing with life. If the black woman carried herself in a defensive way, she carried herself with dignity and honor, she wouldn't even need to be protected, because she would be avoiding 90% of the situations where she's in trouble, getting into having problems. But she won't. She wants to be offensive. She wants to run her mouth uncontrollably. She don't want nobody tell her what to do. She don't want to submit to nobody except if the police. When they finally beat her up, then she submits to them, and she just wants to run around being reckless. If you are that type of person, no one's obligated to protect you. The only person who even has a chance is the black man, because we've been around your dysfunction for so long that we've kind of learned how to gauge it to where we could possibly defend you in some areas. You feel me? But overall, no one is really qualified to protect a black woman. She can't even protect herself because her behavior is so inconsistent and reckless on a day-to-day basis, constantly leaves herself open to attack. And if you look at any military strategy, in order for you to defend a position, that position has to be a stable position. It has to be well located, and it has to be a position where you can control all entry and all exit from that position. Until the black woman submits herself, brings herself under control, not saying under the control of the black man, but just under self-control. Because a lot of our women don't even have self-control. No one will be able to defend them. Nobody. So I would like to see somebody argue with that, because you can't.
Guys, hit that like button again. Please hit the like button. If you'd like to call in and ask a question, again, if you'd like to call in, go ahead. If you'd like to call in and ask a question, send me. Go ahead.
Let me tell you this quick story. I got a friend. Her name's Alicia. What's her name? Elise Into on Facebook. Elise. I don't like her anymore. She's not my friend anymore, so I'm telling you her Facebook. Eliseento. This chick went to Texas, married a white man, right? Had 2 kids by him. They go to the store. They go to the car dealership to buy a car, right? Ever since high school, this girl has had a big ass mouth, talk a lot of shit. She's built like a little tank. She looked like a little miniature version of Mike Tyson, dog. Like, this girl looks like a pit bull, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. She looks like a pit bull. So she's like buff, right? And she goes to the fight or whatever. Somehow, some way, but we know it's her. She gets in an argument with another couple that are at the dealership trying to buy a car, right? There's a black woman, right? This girl is already hostile and combative every day of her life. Her old baby daddy, dude, they couldn't get along because they was always fighting, and I think it was mostly her fault because she was always trying to be combative. She gets fight, man. Oh, this white dude, he's better than y'all. Y'all niggas ain't this. Y'all can't do this, right? So they go to the dealership. She gets an argument with the couple. She starts fighting with the couple, bro. She gets in a physical fist fight with a man and his wife. They were Mexican. The man and his wife were Mexican. They get in a physical fist fight. So I'm listening. I'm like, so where was your white, the white defender, the white daddy? So where was the white man at? The whole time, like, these niggas got me on the ground, whooping my ass bad. She said, the whole time, the white dude standing by their car talking about, Alicia, get up, let's go. This is why I keep telling you, you need to stop running your mouth. So he's reprimanding her as the Mexican and the white wife is just whooping her ass. I said, they were beating your ass like on the ground. She said, Brandon, I was on the ground getting my ass hammered. She was like, they were like mud stomping my ass. And I said, and the white man didn't come take you. She said, Brandon, she said, I think he was scared. And he was just standing by the car talking about get up and let's go. Now, what do we know about white dudes? White dudes are always going to err on the side of the law. Any white dude who's freaking logically thinking, he's not going to just jump into a fight because he has the law on his side. He's white. Why do black women think that white men are going to sacrifice their white privilege to protect black women? It's just not going to happen. I've never seen a white dude, unless he was like a little hood white dude hung around black people. I have never seen a white dude fight on behalf of a black woman. Have you ever seen that, Dynas? Like, especially in a relationship. I ain't never seen no black lady husband and he white come down like, you was messing with my wife, nigga. I'm gonna whoop your ass. I see white dudes like, honey, baby, you need to calm down. You need to stop tripping. Like, you acting up. And she's freaking swinging her weed back and forth and all that stuff. You get in a fight with a dude, Dynas. You get in a fight with another man, right? Say your girl's with you, typical black woman. You can't even handle the man shit because you got to waste all your energy holding your woman back. She going crazy trying to get at the dude. No, I want to fight him. I want to kill him. You like, babe, chill. Hey, stop. Hey, you like holding her back and shit. Black women don't possess enough self-control to let anybody protect them. Somebody starts shooting, you tell the black woman to get out. Don't tell me what to do. You can't tell me to duck. Boom, she's dead. Whereas if it's any other group, get out. They drop to the floor. You ever wonder why black women rarely play the damsel in distress in movies? Because it's not in their nature to submit enough to be saved by anybody. You can't even get a black woman out of a burning building. No, you can't get her out of a burning building. Then she gonna run back in the fire to save her weaves in her eyelash kit. No, my eyelash kit is in there. You're gonna have to fight. You're gonna have to knock her out just to save her life, bro. Because her EBT card and the eyelash kit got stuck inside the burning building. Just be real. Like, my mom is the same way. I can't tell my mom shit. That's why my mom just got fraud out of her unemployment check. Because when I told her, Mom, I don't know about you dating that 39-year-old dude. He kind of young and he looks kind of untrustworthy. Don't tell me nothing. You don't know nothing. You just worry about that one you got over at your house. I said, okay, Mom. Guess what? My sister called me. B, she gave this nigga the key to her mailbox. Nigga stole her unemployment. I said, Lord Jesus, tried to protect her, but couldn't tell her nothing. You know what I did? I didn't do a damn thing because I already knew what was going on. Women make themselves, black women especially, black women especially make themselves an easy target because everybody's going to pick the low-hanging fruit. The most loudmouth, physically unable person, that's always going to be the person who's going to get got. And if you look at our women as a whole, they looking big. Most of them don't want to go to the gym. They don't care about their health. They sitting up walking around, can't run a half a mile. Nothing, right? But they talking about how they the number one gangsters They on the front line protecting the black man. Shoot, hell no. Can't nobody protect me who can't run a mile. Can't nobody protect me who has no concept of situational awareness. Can't nobody protect me who still goes to enemy territory just to buy a Canicolon Remy hairpiece. You know what I'm saying? No. See, so that's why the black American man like me who knows the bullcrap that black American women try to pull every day of their life, we're the only ones who could defend y'all because we're the only ones who truly know you guys. These dudes, even in Africa, they don't know you. All the women who got on here last time, oh, my African man, he doesn't know you because he don't know that you loudmouth and combative and like to talk back and disagreeable. You're showing him the vacation side of you. You're showing him the vacation side of you. That's it. That's it. Let him catch you when you stressed out. Let him catch you when those EDD checks and those stimulus checks stop popping. Ooh, you're gonna bite that nigga head off. That boy gonna be walking around headless the way you're gonna bite his head off. But we know y'all. We know y'all. I know you, black women. I was raised by black women. I know everything y'all capable of. So you're not gonna fool me, okay? You're not gonna fool me. And you should be lucky that I don't have a channel bashing women like O'Shea, okay? Because if I did, it would be even better because it's off of real life, my life. I could just tell you my life story. Y'all gonna be like, damn, black women is crazy as hell. But I try to save y'all some. I only tell y'all a little bit. But yeah, Dynasty, that's the thing right there.
All right, y'all, hit that like. Hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Guys, we're going to open up the lines. If you like to call in, again, email is uhuru at Alexis. Why are you laughing, Alexis? Alexis, why are you laughing? Uhuru at search.
She knows it's true. She knows it's true.
Guys, call in Uhuru at search for Uhuru. I can't let Hustle Smart call in. I can't let Hustle Smart call in. I can't let him call in.
Listen, bro. Listen. The real black women know that this shit is true. That's why Cece got on here and tried to be a voice of reason on behalf of black women because at the end of the day, it's undeniable. That's it. Look, all the women can do in this chat is talk about my weight. That's okay. I got weight because I eat every day. I got a job. Not like your baby daddy and all your last 5 boyfriends. Okay? I don't need somebody to feed me. I can feed myself. But the point is, this is true. And until black women realize that they have a problem, they will never be protected. They will never be protected because to be protected requires submission. Dynasty, say somebody's trying to kill you, and the police put you in witness protection, and they say, Dynasty, we're gonna put you in a cabin in the woods. You got a car. When you get in the car, take your ass to the grocery store, take your ass back to that cabin. Don't be driving down to Metro Atlanta. Don't be driving down to Magic City. Keep your ass out of Atlanta. You're a witness protection program. What do you have to do to be a protected witness, Dynasty?
I'm supposed to just stay in my ass at the cabin and go to the grocery store.
You have to follow their instructions, right?
Right.
Right. That means you have to submit to what they're telling you.
Hey, Brandon, hold on. Is your wife is she here? Is she there?
She's at volleyball practice with my daughter.
Okay. I was gonna say let her come.
No, she was. I'll bring her on. But you know what? She could come on because she probably ain't doing nothing but sitting in the car anyway. But look, Dynasty, in order to survive, you have to follow the instructions of those police officers, right?
Right.
Okay. So when the black man told the black woman, keep your ass up out of the hair store, the Asians got a vendetta against you. They trying to beat up on you because now it's like open season on you. Once they done seen videos, people love to copycat shit. Once they see the video, one of their kind beating your ass and nobody doing it, they're going to be on you. Did our women stand the witness? Did they follow the instructions of the witness protection program? Or did they say, hell no, I'm going to get my nails done. Hell no, I'm going to get my hair weaved. They got a sell on that wet and wavy. I'm going in there. I need that edge control. They didn't follow instructions. So when they got beat up by the Asians, it wasn't nobody's fault but their own. And there was no way we could have protected them because how we going to protect her when she wake up at 6 o'clock a.m. to go stand in line for 2 hours to get inside the weave store and we at work? We can't. See? And that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with, it's like the movie Jason's Lair. Remember what Jada Pinkett told Jason about his brother Josh? She said, Jason, stop trying to save a brother that don't want to be saved, bro. That's exactly what we dealing with. Y'all trying to save a bunch of black women who don't want to be saved. And the problem is the black women who do want to be saved, protected, taken care of, and nurtured and blessed, they're getting caught in the wash because we're focusing our time on the loudmouth people like Cynthia G and all that stuff, Irene Yvette, just talking shit, but ain't trying to solve nothing. Meanwhile, one of them is married happily, and you can't even get a man, but she over here telling you about how men ain't nothing, and you need to not submit to these men because these men did it. And then she go home and say, "Yes, Daddy, what you want? You want cornbread tonight? You want corned beef? You want chitlins? You want hog mugs? What you want?" She's submitting, but she's getting the money off of the
corned beef. Corned beef.
Corned beef, dude. Corned beef. But she's getting money off of the dummies who won't submit. She wants some who won't submit. Don't tell Brandon to calm down. You're right. I'm not gonna calm down anyway. The more you tell me to calm down, the more I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna tell my wife to hop on because I don't think she's doing anything.
Guys, hit that like button again. Please hit the like button. Shout everybody in the chat room. Thank you everyone for joining. Table for one.
Hey, bro.
We got a guest. We got a guest. Table for one. Go ahead.
Hey, Dinos. Can you hear me?
You got to speak up a little bit. Kind of low.
All right. Let me see. Is it better?
No, go ahead.
Is it better now? Can you hear me better?
I hear you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Cool.
Go ahead.
All right. So thanks for having me on, first of all. I'm just going to go straight first to try to answer the question you asked. Who is, better prepared to protect a black woman? I do think a black man is better prepared to protect a black woman than any other race. Whether that is African, whether that is American, the black in general is better prepared because why? We understand our women. We know our women more than any other race. We cannot expect somebody from another race to protect our women more than we do, because most of us grow up in the same environment. You understand what I mean? So we get to relate and associate with these women, these girls from a younger age than most people from other races, especially the inequalities and all of this stuff going on. So that's my viewpoint when it comes to that. I think a man that is well prepared can handle his woman. I think it's a weak man that is not able to handle his woman. And those weak men, the blue pills and and the simps, those are the people that come on here and complain about how black women, is out of control. It's not able to, they can't control black women. Bro, if you're a real man, you can control your woman and your woman will respect you. I don't understand this idea or the concept that, black women is so crazy. Statistically speaking, that's an outlier, and there's a certain group of community or some group of women that you run into. I mean, if you're dealing with ghetto women that have no real upbringing, they have no home training, and they've been on their own from the age of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, then you're gonna get the kind of people Brandon is talking about. If you're talking to a properly well-educated black woman, like Michelle Obama, for instance, you don't see her running around. You don't see her running around talking the kind of stuff that Brandon is talking about here. You don't see Oprah Winfrey talking the kind of stuff Brandon is talking about here. So I really don't know the kind of women he deals with. I have dated a black woman. I have dated a Hispanic woman. I have dated a white woman. And I can tell you, and I've spoke to my friends that are from different races, Indian, whatever culture, and I can tell you, women are women, irrespective of what background they come from, what country they come from. It's about the man. The man is the one that decides how his family is going to go down. So if you're weak, that's how your family is going to come out. If you're strong, it's going to reflect that. So that's what I want to say.
All right, 10
That,
for 1. Thank you for joining us, brother. Thank you. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you.
listen, when the black woman understands that she's her own worst enemy, then she gonna be protected. You can't protect somebody from themselves. You could tell a person, don't touch the stove. The stove is hot. If that person is determined to go touch the stove, that's it. Here's the difference. You don't hear white women walking around talking about, we need you to protect us. They're already protected. They got the police. Black woman, white woman, something go down. Police gonna be like, it's gonna take a lot for them to take the white woman over the black woman to jail. Right? What I'm saying is this: black women, it's 2021. Y'all already in bad shape. At what point are you gonna realize I have to change something about the way I'm looking at the situation if I plan on really surviving into the next millennium? Like the guy said, oh, if you get a well-educated black woman, man, the divorce rates are the highest among the well-educated black women, because those are the women who are so ignorant that they don't realize that they don't know shit outside of their very narrow expertise. The chick's a philosophy major. Suddenly, she knows everything about finance because she went to school. No, 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 no. You teach third grade. That's what you do. You are not uniquely qualified to dominate everything in my household. You're not, because there's going to be some things where you're strong and there's some things where I'm going to be strong at. But what you have with our women is, I got the white man's degree, so that means I'm more qualified to be a man than you are. I'm more qualified to run this house than you are. And it doesn't even work like that. But that's how our women think. They got all the degrees. Look at Stacey Abrams, dude, over in Atlanta. You got all the degrees and everything else. She still ain't got a man. Oh, she might be a lesbian, but she still ain't got a man. She still.
We don't know. We don't know. We don't know.
No, I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm trying to be fair. She'll say, "Well, we're both lesbian." I'm trying to be politically correct here. So let me not say she doesn't want a man, but we don't know what she got. But the point is, as much as she has as far as education and all that, what does she have to show for other than constantly getting subbed by her own party and just working and doing their bidding with no real reward? Well, she wrote some books, I guess. But that is the end game for the black woman in America. All you're doing is setting yourself up to be the group that's used and manipulated so other groups could step on your neck. Let me ask a question. I'm going to shut up. How is it that our women were brutalized by Asian people for like the past 5 years? Not to mention the little girl getting her head blown off by the Korean lady. How is it that Asians have been brutalizing our women for a decade, but in 2021, legislation is being passed to protect Asians from black people? Why wasn't there legislation passed to protect our black women from Asians who were beating them up in nail salons, hair supply shops, blowing their brains out in liquor stores and all that? Black woman, you're just gonna get used. That's what you're doing. You're sign me up so I can get used, so other groups can step on my shoulders and get everything they want while they give you nothing. At the end of the day, you're stuck with us. You're always going to be in the same boat as we are. So instead of trying to look down on us and talk about how your ice is a little colder than ours, you need to just fall in line, start working together, and start looking at all of us as a collective and work for the collective good. Not, oh, what did you put in there for black women like those bad witches did Ice Cube on Tea with the Queens or whatever their crappy show.
Let me interject. Hey, we have to stop with this this notion that goodness. Miss Watts, are you there?
I am.
Okay, since you're well, I'm gonna voice this to you since I'm so happy that you're on here. So is it true that, and I'm going somewhere with this, black women out earn black men? And I'm going somewhere with this.
Okay, I would say in most cases that is true. And
Okay.
but I haven't, I'm no authority on that. I just know that women by nature are more accustomed to going along with programs, and as women of an African origin, we are perceived to be more easy to deal with than men, and it fits the agenda for us to get opportunities that our men do not get.
Okay, expand on that as far as agenda. You mentioned agenda.
Yeah,
Can you expand on that?
okay. There is an agenda out there that seeks to divide and conquer our families. I think it is well known by all parties that a strong, intact Black family is unstoppable. So we have to. So there's an agenda. The unseen hands, the puppeteers, if you will, that control this very society. They have plans, and those plans are to sow dissension among us.
Okay.
So
Now, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, Anthony. Go ahead.
and so for that reason, Black women, we get more opportunities. Now, women are very emotional in nature, and we as Black women, we're controlled by our emotions. We think that we're tough. We think that we are no nonsense, but actually, we are mostly terrified. And when a woman is terrified, she seeks to control every aspect of everything. And so of course, a healthy, strong, masculine, healthy Black man, he doesn't want to have any part of someone who's trying to use him as an accessory or direct him as if she is his puppeteer. And that happens a lot. And so we really, you know what? Sometimes I wonder what men are supposed to do, because women of an African descent in this country, we've gone through life with our dukes up. Our dukes are up, and we're anticipating punches. It is reflected in our health. It's we have all types of issues related to womb unhealthiness based on the trauma that we have experienced in our lives, and also epigenetically the trauma we actually carry within our DNA. And so as I have mentioned before, I went to this entity called Wife School. I really enjoy being a part of a network of women that respect men, that believe that their natural hair is beautiful, that believe in homeschooling children, that believe in financially respecting the men, that believe in transferring wealth generationally. And we are a small population, but I guess I would just say to the men, do not tolerate our bad behavior. And sad to say, if you can't find a woman from the continent of Africa, if you can't find a woman in the United States, I mean, I see some of the brothers, and I don't advocate swirling, but what are they supposed to do when they're being disrespected?
Mm. Mrs. So I have a follow up question because whenever there's some background. Okay, whenever the statement is made that black, okay, there's some just crackling or something going on in the background. Whenever the statement is made that black men, I'm sorry, black women out earn black men, the follow up statement, Pan out, Brandon. Okay, the follow up statement is never brought up that black women also have the most debt, way more debt than black men. Is that true, Miss Cece? If you gotta mute yourself, Miss Cece.
Yes, I believe that it's true. I believe, based on what I've been made aware of, even if a woman is making 10,000 US per month, at the end of the month, many don't have $5, because, as I mentioned on a previous show, we are using that money to buy material things to try to fulfill what can only be fulfilled by a healthy masculine man. So yes, we may out earn men. However, at what cost? At what cost? Here's something that I found very interesting. As I'm a trained physician, though I haven't practiced for quite some time, and I thought for a long time, most of my adult life when as a doctor, I thought, okay, well, I'm an excellent candidate to be a wife because I'm a great earner. And that could not be further from the truth. The other thing I learned is this: if you're a woman who's accustomed to, you have a very, very big salary, it's challenging. It's very difficult to be respectful to the man if you out earn him. And so going into a marriage, you have to be willing to live within the means of your husband, even if he doesn't earn what you earn. That dynamic I see played out well on the continent of Africa. But in the United States, the idea that, oh, well, I can't live in a great big house because my husband can't afford it. But the thing of it is, if he pays 50% of the bills, a lot of us women, we just naturally give 50% respect. And so it works out best from what I can tell, and I'm on a learning journey myself. It works out best when the man is the leader, when the man pays the bills, when the woman is the support system. So I hope I answered your question.
You did. Miss Pan Africanism Strikes Back is on. Unmute yourself, Miss Pan African.
I heard that y'all was looking for me. No.
Yeah. Why they be going in on your husband? I'm like, Brandon has a beautiful black wife, beautiful black daughter, but they still be going in on your husband. I had to like bring Brandon's wife on and defend Brandon.
Okay, what happened? Because I missed it.
They just be going in on him. Like Brandon, they just be going in on him. I bet his wife is oppressed. I bet his wife is abused.
Oh
I bet his
man,
wife
I'm very y'all. Well, they don't know, but I'm very spoiled. I'm so spoiled at times. When I act childish, I'm like, there I go again. So no, I'm not oppressed. I'm not oppressed. I'm not abused. I don't pay 50% of the bills, but I could if I wanted to. I actually tried to assist, and he tells me no. Let's see. I don't know. I'm spoiled. I live a good life. I don't know. I'm not in the category. I live a good life.
Yeah, but they be like, you oppressed. Brandon putting his foot on your throat. She's miserable. How can a woman like that be with Brandon? I'm like, goodness. Like, you want our black men to get married. They get married. Then you criticize the brother. And then you say bad things about his relationship. Then you hate on his relationship.
Well, I mean, at some point, you have to just realize that people that are unhappy want other people to be unhappy. So it can't be possible. It can't be possible for Brandon to have something that they don't got. Now, if it was the other way around, then it would be like, you just mad because you don't got what I got. It's just, Black people are just very jealous people by nature, which is sad. I mean, a lot of us are coming out of it, but misery love company. So I wouldn't even be paying 2 cents against that. And he's not. That's why he's laughing at him.
Look, that's why it was
Hey, they say you in Derrick Jackson's car right now. Miss Pat, are you in Derrick Jackson's car?
You know what? I don't have entanglements. I don't have entanglements.
Is Derrick Jackson in the driver's seat?
He's not here. Look, it's empty. Ain't nobody in here. No.
Look, she said Brandon is saying on the shows doesn't match what you're saying. I'm not saying, listen, you're not gonna get. Look, I have 2 jobs, right? I have 2 jobs. I don't need 2 jobs, but I have 2 jobs.
My wife more than 2 jobs.
Yes, I do.
He's being modest.
But look, my wife don't have to do anything if she don't want. Look, today, what did you have to do today, Brian?
I got dressed and then took our daughter to volleyball, but that's it.
Exactly. You working 4 jobs so you can pay for Ray to get on the train every day to come to your house and watch Netflix with you. A real woman is gonna get blessed for being real. Y'all just not real, so y'all not getting blessed and y'all getting mad. Y'all trying to force a man to do what you want him to do instead of doing what he needs you to do so that he can take care of you better. That's it. I'm not no misogynist. I'm none of those things. What I'm telling you is based on experience. A man is going to do anything he has to take care of a woman who is in submission, who's cooperative, and really takes care and nurtures his family, which is her job. a big old buff she woman who want to be, you know what I'm saying, who want to be the man and want to run the show, like all my aunties and stuff down the street. You know where they at? You know where they at? They borrow $40 every month. You know where they at? Brandon, can you rent me a car? Because I asked my baby daddy to take our daughter to the dentist, and he said no, he didn't have time. Listen, I'm telling you from experience, and a lot of y'all go through stuff like that. Why? It's not everybody else. It's you. Your messed up mindset, your mindset where you don't want a man to tell you nothing. You're going to keep going with getting Ray. Because as long as you buying the weed, as long as you buying the Hennessy, he gonna let you say and believe whatever you want. He gonna smoke that weed, he gonna drink that Hennessy, he gonna knock, and he gonna be gone. Unless he homeless, then he gonna spend the night. He gonna wake up in the morning and leave. Trust me, bro. I've lived it. I'm not just saying it because I think I've lived it. And when I tell you that, like my wife doesn't really get along with the women in my family. She's more like alpha than me, right? So my wife, she says something to them, they have to fall in line because they can't even figure out the basics yet. How you gonna stand up against a woman who got her house in order and you can't figure out the basics? See? And y'all can't figure out the basics because y'all getting in y'all own way all the time. And when someone talks to you, all you can do is try to tear down that person instead of taking the advice they're giving you and using it. Everybody can win, Dinus, if we use the information being provided to us. If we let emotions rule, you know, Dinus, you play football, right? Were the emotional guys the best players? No. They were guys constantly making mistakes because they get angry and they start running and try to throw a big hit and miss the tackle, and the guy goes touchdown to the house. The guys who were under control were the best players. That's the same thing with women. The women who could control themselves, take criticism, take the good and leave the bad. You know what I'm saying? If it don't apply, let it fly. Those are the women who are going to be successful. And nature makes it that way because we can't have a bunch of retards reproducing all our kids. But unfortunately, the United States government, they made it to where we have all kids. And the women who are logical thinkers, they might have 2 or 3 because they want to be able to actually take care of them. While I got a lady down the street, 9 kids living in a motel, bro. 9 kids living in a motel and pregnant with a 10th one. Why? Can't tell her nothing. No man could tell her nothing unless he's from some gang and he could tell her something for 5 minutes. Then he impregnated her. She starts talking. He leaves. But those are the ones who are reproducing at the greatest rate in our society. And then we wonder why our society is all messed up. We got people with poisoned mindsets raising our children and discrediting the women who do the hard work. But that's pretty much it.
All right, CC, go ahead, CC.
Let me just say this real quick because I got to get off.
Oh, go ahead, Ryan. Go ahead.
Okay, so I understand that Brandon's not everybody's taste, but sometimes, no, all the time, we need to stop really trying to figure out how, oh, he's saying it mean to me, or I don't like how he said it. We're missing the message. As women, we always ready to get aggravated all the time. And
Yeah.
I wished I had been able to say to Ryan, please teach us your secrets.
My wife is just laid back, man. That's the biggest secret. She's just chilling, man. She say something when she gotta say something. The majority of the time, my wife is always trying to improve our lives. What can I do to make our lives better? You know, she's working at creating something. She's not like trying to compete with me, not trying to prove a point. She's just like, look, my wife also has the mindset like she ain't trying to work. My wife worked a long time. I remember when my wife was working 8 months pregnant. You know what I'm saying? That's not a good feeling. You know what I'm saying? When you going to work and your wife big and pregnant and she got to work too, right? So my wife is at the point where she like, look, shoot, if I don't got to work, I ain't going to be working. And I'm at the point where like, I'll do anything to make sure that she doesn't have to work because that's the disrespectful shit right there. When your woman got to show up at the job 8 months pregnant, big and pregnant, squatting down at a Kroger's trying to stock shelves and stuff like that. That's the disrespect. But y'all think the disrespect is when a dude say, hey, shut up, stop talking. I'm talking right now, or something like that. Oh, you disrespected me. That's not even disrespect. That's just some rude shit. But you can go like, hey, don't talk to me like that, asshole, and that'll be settled. But the disrespect is when, you know, you gotta go settle for some dude you met at the train with a county jail wristband on, and that's the only option you got for love, because your brain can't wrap around the idea of like, yo, you're gonna have to submit to somebody. You go to work and submit to your boss 8 hours a day. You submit to that bottle of wine every single night. What's it called? Carlo Rossi. You submit to Carlo Rossi every night.
Carlo Rossi. Miss Cece, go ahead, Miss Cece. Oh, y'all froze up on me. Brandon, you froze up on me. Okay, there you go. Go ahead, Miss Cece. Guys, hit that like button. Yeah, okay, okay. Let me. Yeah, she has to. Yeah, she muted herself. Guys, hit that like button. Huh? There you go. Go ahead, Miss Cece.
Hello.
Yes, we're here.
I have a bad connection, but I'm just letting you know that I agree with Brandon. I watched the interaction of Brandon with his wife, and she's playful, but she's very respectful to him. They have a wonderful dynamic. She's not a doormat. She has the right to express her opinion. I just saw her on one show. She's very, very, very beautiful, and we have to come back into that as women. We have to have our men have to have the ability to touch our hair. We have to understand the language of men. We should always be caressing and touching our husbands in a non-sexual way. If we're in public or relaxing, and then in private times we have to be expressive. We have to show that man with our actions that he is important and that he matters. And we're not used to that because we're so busy out here trying to work, and work makes us hard. When you're tired, you're not feminine, you're not soft, you're not playful. And so work is for men. Men work, they get stronger. Women work, they complain. But once we master the art of living within our husband's means, then we can have peace, and we don't have to do things like compete. Oh, we need to go on this vacation. Instead, we can have a situation where, as a wife, we are anticipating what our husband wants to do in his side hustle, in his business. We can actually prepare. We could have dinners like they used to do on I Dream of Jeannie, where have a sit down dinner for the boss and his wife, or for a possible business contact. We are not used to that in our community, but when we embrace these ideals and new ways of thinking, we'll make much more money than two people working, both tired, putting children in daycare and aftercare, and just really not being in control of our lives.
Okay. Wise Feminine. Go ahead, Wise Feminine.
Hey y'all.
Hey.
Thanks for having me
I got
again.
that same shirt.
You do?
I got that same shirt.
Great minds think alike. Hi, Mr. Pan-Africanism. Hey, Miss Cece. Okay, so I just wanted to say, Brandon, I do agree with you. Okay, I told you I'm probably one of the only people that come on here, and I don't really have no problem with you, Brandon. But I do agree with you when you say there is a level of submission that has to be set forth. I do agree with that 100%. And also to the people in the chat, like, we have to understand, to piggyback off what your wife was saying, Miss Ryan, we have to not always take things that people say and internalize it. If what Brandon is saying does not resonate with you, then he's not talking about you. When Brandon says things like, oh, but Black women, and I'm like, well, that is kind of generalized. but I know that he's not talking about me personally. So that's another thing. We just kind of have to stop that, because if it don't apply, let it fly. Now, with the black men protecting the black woman. Now, if I was out somewhere, and mind you, I'm not the loud mouth type. I'm very reserved to myself. I kind of move how I need to. I don't like the drama and all that extra stuff. But if I was out somewhere and something popped off and I did see that some of my brothers were around, honestly, I would want them to step in and assist. I would. And if they didn't, I get it. They don't know me personally. They may not want to involve themselves in the situation, and I get it. But however, I am licensed to carry. So I could protect myself if need be. I do know self defense. That is something that my father taught me when I was little. Don't always depend on a man to be there to protect you. You have to know how to protect yourself. So I did self-defense classes. I got my license to carry. But at the same time, I don't go out looking for the drama. Nails, I got a black nail tech. My locks, black woman does my hair. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I get it. We do have to put ourselves in positions where we are protected, meaning if that means don't go to the Asian nail shops because there's a fear that you could possibly get some hands put on you, then just don't go. But for those women that do go, those are the women that Brandon are talking about. Those that you can't tell me what to do. So if that's not for you, just let Brandon say what he got to say and keep it moving. That's all I really wanted to say.
The thing is, look, if you haven't done it and you don't know how to do it, sometimes you just got to take the advice of somebody who's done it. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I'm the best dude on the planet. I'm not long stroke Kwame. You feel me? I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is, based on my understanding, this is what I've been able to get to. And if you want anything that resembles it, then you need to do at least these basic things. Everybody's not going to get a man like me, right? And everybody won't want a man like me. My wife came from a 2-parent home, okay? Her dad went to work. Her mom stayed home with the kids until she decided when the kids was in high school, I want to work. I want to go do something every day. That's rare, right? But in my opinion, that plays a big role in why my wife is the way she is. At first, my wife's parents didn't like me. Over the years, I gained their respect. They're like, you know what I'm saying? Her dad was just on my show the other day on my channel. It wasn't always like that. But the thing is, if you have a network of people around you who are going to hold everybody accountable, that's going to make sure that everything goes better for you. Like, even with my wife, it's like, yo, the way I treat her, I can't just be out here doing her dirty. I mean, her dad and mom already don't like me. I ain't trying to give them more reason to hate me. And even with me, I got all these females in my family always looking for a reason to hate. So I'm like, man, let me reward my wife for being the person she is, who's the person I need. And that is really what makes a man really think about you, your feelings, and really adjust the way he behaves to make it more respectful to you. Women always talk about, yo, men need to change, men need to do this. You need to start being somebody who inspires somebody to change. If you can't be that, then you need to go back to the drawing board. You feel me? Because if you can't inspire your man to the point where he wants to be the man for you, that's not the man for you. I'm telling you, men fall in love every day. We see a big booty. Oh my God, she is so hot.
I feel so bad. I was like, today I was driving through downtown Atlanta, headed back to the house, and I was on the phone with like my sister, and I saw one crossing the street, and I busted Yui.
No, you did not.
No, it was a one way. So I hit the corner, I hit the block, it came back up, and she was gone. I was like, damn.
Fam,
Missed out.
you be ready to
I
risk it
missed that.
all.
One faster. Got to
what
be
I'm
quicker than that.
Listen, men be ready to risk it all over a woman they don't even know. What women don't understand about men is we are easy. Like you could make a man fall in love in 1 hour, like 5 minutes. And from that point forward, all you got to do is do your part to keep that dude like on, right? Like to
Yeah.
keep him focused. And I'm not saying we cheat and all that stuff, but women, y'all got the most intuition, but can't never see a cheater coming. That's the one. That's the one consistent. Y'all got the most intuition, but can't never see the cheater coming.
We
Like,
see it. We see it coming. It's just a
y'all just
lot of
walk
us
right
ignore
over.
the signs. Yeah. So
That's
yeah.
it. Kindness. We're telling
Yeah.
on them. She telling on
We
them because it's
do.
true.
That's the truth. We have that gut. It's like a burning gut feeling, and I know men have intuition too, but we have that gut feeling like, that's a red flag. That was just one time. I ain't gonna worry about that. And then another one, and then another one, and before you know it, you've excused 100 red flags, and this person is literally showing you who they are. But sometimes we think we can fix it, or he'll change, he'll see that I'm this or I'm that, and a lot of times it don't happen. So we are at fault for that.
Hey, wise man, I got a quick story I want to tell you that's so true, and it talks about what.
let me hear, Brad. I'm here for the story, Brad. Go ahead. I'm here. Go ahead.
This is my own family. This is my own blood. Okay, my sister had a baby. Her first baby daddy. That dude was a tyrant. He was the worst. Okay, this dude was a gangster. He was all of that. He was a bad boy. That's what she liked. I said. So one day they was having some problems. I went over there. I had to talk with her and him and sat him down and all that stuff. Then my sister came. Me and my sister left with somewhere, and I said, like, how did you meet this dude? This dude is, whoa, goddamn, like you got a baby by this dude of all dudes. And my sister real pretty. They a lot of NFL players and stuff. This dude is short, ugly, light skin, receding hairline, all it just terrible. So I'm like, how did you meet this guy? You looking like you look. How did you end up with this guy? Right? She said, I said, you didn't see no signs that this might not be a good fit? She said, I did. Do you know that she met this guy? This guy, they met each other. He talked to her. She gave him her number. He came to pick her up in a Camaro in a brand new car, right?
Oh, that's what did it.
Takes her to his house, right? When he's at the house, an older woman, black woman, a little bit hefty, pops up at the house. Do you know the woman came in like, who is this? He lied, like, this is my cousin. He's light skinned and my sister light skinned. He said, this is my cousin. I was just taking her to the grocery store and I had to stop by the house to get something. Do you know my sister went along with the lie? She went along with it. Just so she could like roll around in this dude's new car and go have fun with him. Turns out all that stuff belonged to that woman who showed up to his house asking who she was. Fast forward 5 years later, she got like 3 kids by this dude. The dude's like a deadbeat dad, all that stuff. Ain't doing it. The guy ends up coming up on like $2 million, right? $2 million. This guy left my sister, got a white girl, bought a house, and now he don't even talk to my sister at all. You saw it coming. You can't fault nobody but yourself. You went in bad, it ended bad. You did it yourself. Intuition be damned. She walked right on into the pulpit, dude. You can't make this type of stuff up.
I never understood that going for a man because of his car. I mean, but to each their own. But I never understood that. No.
Hey, that's terrible. But that person will get out here and say how men this and men ain't shit and men da. No, bro. No. You was messing with somebody else's man and the chickens came home to roost. Now you are looking crazy. That ain't nobody's fault but yours and his. But you knew what type of person he was. He literally brought you to another woman's house, had you rolling around in her car. You knew who he was when you met him. But now you're just mad because you thought it'd be different with you. But once they put the kids in you, they got you. That's it. They don't need you anymore. I told my sister one thing when I tell this to all women. Look at yourself. Look at the man you're dealing with right now. When do you think that when that man fantasizes about his future, do you think you're the woman who's in that fantasy? And I'm not trying to be mean. You mean, you got an attitude, and maybe it's caused by him. Maybe it is the stuff he didn't put you through. You might be overweight, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Are you the woman you believe that he sees when he has his fantasy? Whatever the reasons you have for saying you're not, understand that it's time for you to go. Even if he was the cause for you to not be that woman, it's time to go. Work on you, boo, and find somebody else who doesn't immediately piss you off to the high level of passivity, and y'all be fighting and arguing. Some people be laid up in the house with a person who makes them mad just by looking at them. You looking at them like, oh, he think he look good. I just slap him in his face right now. You know what I'm saying? Well, then why you laugh with him for 3 years after you got to that point? Why is feminine? You know it's true. You know it's true.
You see him eat and be like, why you eating like that? No, I understand.
You be disgusted with him. You be disgusted with him, still with him, because you just don't want nobody else to have him. You can't stand this dog. His breath be stinking in the morning. He farted in his sleep. I should get up and hit his ass with a baseball bat. But somehow, y'all done eked out 5 more years of trauma and toxicity. This is the truth, man.
But see, that's what I'm saying. We have, ladies, we have to get to the point where we take the time to self-heal, period, point blank. Because all of that jumping from man to man, and then like Brandon just said, staying in relationships and doggone well you're not happy. He's probably not happy for whatever the reasons may be. We have to self-heal. And before you even think about another relationship, you have to dig deep and heal those traumas. I am all about that, because if you don't, you're going to go to the next man, and what you're going to do, you're going to attract the same type of characteristics in a brand new man. And that just doesn't make sense, because really you're tapping into something within yourself that you need to fix first. And can't no man fix that.
The thing is, it's not even that you're going to get the same thing from a brand new man. You haven't changed. So you're just bringing your same miserable self into a new situation. And I'm telling you, it always comes out. You ever been on a date with a girl and she said shit and you just like, nah, I know she crazy. Just by this, just one thing. You like, nah, this gonna be a problem. Like, I went out with my brother and his girlfriend. We went to have coffee. Man, within that girl talking 5 minutes, I pulled my brother to the side. I said, this girl is an attention whore. She wants all the attention, and she's a one-upper. She's always trying to show how she got something slightly better than what you got. They just broke up. Man, I can't stand this girl. She always trying to get attention. Anything to get attention. Told her, stay in the room. My brother was like, look, I told her to stay in the room and don't come out. I went to the store. He got a roommate, right? The roommate called him like, bro, like, we agreed no girls get left at the house while we're not here. Why is this girl coming out asking me, do I got some eye drops? My brother was like, Brandon, this chick went out the room when I told her not to, because they have a rule with their roommates, like, don't leave no, because it'd be too much like, oh, this dude touched me.
Okay, yeah.
So my brother was like, why did this girl leave out the room to ask this dude if he had eye drops when I got eye drops sitting right on the nightstand right next to my bed? I said, because she's an attention seeker. She was gonna leave out that room no matter what, because she wants someone to know that she's present, because she's a narcissist and attention seeker. My brother broke up with her, didn't it? Right? But that's what's going on. People see things. How many men desperate as hell would have just stayed with her? Then would have been complaining 3 years into the marriage. Man, she always wanted attention. She always up in niggas' faces.
Yeah.
That's who you got right there. And women do the same damn thing. The same. If you find, don't you think just like you want him, other women want him too? You need to make sure that guy's aware enough of who he is to where he ain't gonna buy every woman who shows him interest. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I get a lot of marriage proposals every day. I don't sit up and be entertained.
Do you?
All the time. You have no idea. It's really bad.
I know that's right, Brandon.
But the thing is, But I'm not the type of man. One, I'm not a jealous man, and two, I'm not an attention seeker. Like I won't entertain women just because I'm trying to. Oh my God, I got a girl. She actually likes me and stuff like that. I'm
Right.
actually an asshole. So a lot of women are like, I think he's good, but he's such an asshole. I don't want to talk to him. But I know myself,
And he's married.
and, and he's
Yes,
married. But I
that's
know
the key right
myself,
there.
so I know I can go in a room full of women and not be like tempted to do anything. A lot of men can't do that. Does the man
Yeah.
know that about himself to where he's like, yo, I need to avoid those type of situations? Probably not. Probably because he was in county jail for 3 years and he thinks that no girls want him, he gets out and you just catch it up fresh off the train. This dude ain't even got outside to sow his Royal Oats yet, and you trying to lock him up in a relationship. Then you wonder why he cheated on you with everything moving. Come on, we saw it coming from a mile away. My uncle
Brandon,
has
you
4
got
wives.
some hella stories.
Hey, my uncle has 4 wives. Look, my uncle has 4 wives. They all overweight and they all live in an apartment together with him. Listen, Ryan will come back on this damn show and confirm everything I'm saying. My uncle is skinny, unemployed, 43 years old, got 4 girlfriends, all living in the same house with their kids. I'm
He
telling
must
you,
be doing something. I
dude,
don't
this is
know.
not long stroke Kwame, dude. But why is there 4 black women willing to settle for that? But talking about Brandon's an asshole.
That's all individual though. They all have their own reasons, I'm sure, why they are there. But
Well, are you're in Oregon?
oh no. I put that in the comment because y'all were talking about how the dispensaries are owned by a
All
lot
right.
of the Armenians. And
Right.
I visited Ashland and I went to some of the dispensaries and I noticed that it was a lot of them as
How
the
I feel.
owners,
Were
but
you in front of the dispensary tweaking out?
I was not. I was not. No, that's not of my nature.
Well, what part?
No,
What part? Where are you?
I'm in Texas.
Texas. Okay.
Yeah.
Texas, that's the place to be right now.
Texas gal. Born and
All my
raised.
rapping friends is going over there. We going to Texas.
Why they coming to Texas? What's going
Because
what's
I guess y'all didn't have lockdown, so they was all over there eating at
We,
restaurants.
we, we weren't really locked down here in Georgia either. Like we were
yeah.
pretty much open
We
here.
had lockdowns though. For the first like few months, maybe like 6 months, everything was closed. But now it's more laxed, so you can go to like restaurants and the gym is open, bars and stuff like that. So
Hey,
yeah.
Dinus,
Hmm?
you know what's crazy? All the
Go
men
ahead.
in my family have 2 families. Like all my uncles have like multiple wives. One, like I
Hmm.
have one uncle, he has one family in Long Beach, and he has another family in Riverside. Wife, 2 kids. Out here, wife, 3 kids. I kid you not. Every man in my family is like a polygamist, bro. I'm like an angel compared to those dudes. I'm an angel. That's what I'm telling you. Our family is it's surrounded nothing but women. My family is nothing but women. So I see all the dysfunction, man. I'm like, this is really bad. But I will. So women can't tell me much because I see it. I'm living it every day. Every day.
Yeah, but that's still individual though. Those are the people that you are around every single day. You can't branch that out and say just because you grew up around nothing but women that you could speak that all women are such a way, because that's not the case.
Why is feminine? You know we are more similar than we are different. You know human beings are just animals and we have more similarities than differences. And it ain't no coincidence that when Eric Jerome Dickey write a book, all the black women buying the same damn book, reading it. Oh yeah, girl. Did you read this part? It's because y'all all have similar experiences.
I cannot tell you the last time I bought an Eric Jerome Dickey book.
You write
You
your
know
own.
what? You know what?
Who's Eric Jerome Dickey?
He writes like
You write
Is that like Zane? Is that Zane? Is that like
yes,
a
he's in
you
Zane?
that
write sex
category.
books, and women go buy
I did a Zane book cover before a long time
the
ago.
honey drizzle
Really?
down the cracker. No,
The last book that I purchased was The Black Woman's Guide to Understanding the Black Man
just come
by
talk to me.
Shahrazad Ali. So those are the types of books that I'm going to buy, not Eric Jerome Dickey. I
Look,
just want to put that out there.
all y'all gotta do is come talk to me, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what's wrong with you and why you
Oh
can't
my
get a man.
gosh.
Why you can't keep a man? Because all y'all could get a man because y'all be fine, but y'all can't keep a man worth a damn. You gotta
Well,
cook a lot and clean a lot to keep a man. I'm telling you, if you got bad knees and you can't bend down to clean up under the clean the oven, you might be single for the rest of your life.
cut it
Well,
out,
let me ask
Brandon.
you this. What have you learned from was it Shirazad Ali? Is that her name?
Yes, yes.
What have you learned?
Well, she was my introduction to submission and what it means and how, it can benefit the woman and the man in the relationship. So before that, I my concept of submission was, it was warped, but I wasn't aware at the time. But it was, allowing the man to speak to you in a downward way, or you have no identity at all. So that's what I thought submission was until I was introduced to her. And I realized that submission does not mean any of that. It's basically allowing the divine masculine to do what he was designed to do. And we play our role as to what we were designed to do. And it doesn't mean that one is greater than the other. We saw that the writings on the wall with our ancestors. The man and the woman were side by side. So I did learn that. Also communication. So in that book, she does talk about how women, we need to learn how to communicate better with our men, and all of that popping off at the mouth and the head and the eyes rolling. A lot of our men are really not designed to take that in. They're just not designed that way. So we have to learn, to allow really to create a safe space to allow our men to communicate and not put him down every time he says something. So those, I would really say, are like the main things that I learned from her.
Let me ask you this: if you would have read that book, because you were previously married, do you
Correct.
think your marriage would have you would have saved your marriage if you would have read that book before you got married or during your marriage?
Um,
He said
I
that
don't really feel. I, well, I don't really feel like those two. I've always had great communication skills, so I don't really feel like in the submission part, I wasn't with someone who I guess necessarily really required that side of me. So even if I would have read the book then, I really feel like it would have happened how it was supposed to happen. I began to wake up and come out of my toxicity and my depression, and I started to heal myself, and we just naturally went the way we were supposed to go. So I don't really think it would have mattered.
but maybe that dude see like a lot of men are raised by women. That's the problem right there. And a lot of men don't even know they don't even know that they need you to operate a certain way, to make things healthy, right? So
True.
like I have a friend. I'm not gonna tell you his name because I actually want to stay friends with him. But this, when I tell people's names, I don't like them. So that's how you know I don't like them. I want you to go to
Yeah,
their
you was spilling tea earlier.
yes, I want
Shame
you to go
on
to their
you.
page and talk shit on them. But the thing is, so like during the holidays, right? There's like I usually cook all the food on the holidays, right? Everything. My wife be like, get in there, handle your business. You know what I'm saying? She cooks the other days. But so one day, there were some women here, and the women was in the kitchen cooking. And my boy, he's a chef. He goes in the kitchen. He's all like, "Oh, y'all need to be doing this and doing this and doing that." And I go in the kitchen and I say, "Dude, do you want me to get you a dress and an apron?" He's like, "No, what you talking about? Let the women do what they're doing. Okay? Like, let them operate in their function right now. We know you're a big chef at a fancy restaurant and all that, but they're cooking. Women take pride in cooking and stuff like that. Let them do their thing. Don't be the man always coming in, got a freaking cast a big shadow on them because you know more than they do about the nuances of the culinary arts, right? That's what men don't know how to do because we're raised by women. So our men take pride in the same shit that our women are supposed to take pride in. How many
Yeah.
men be like, yeah, every time my baby come home, I got the whole house clean and I got dinner ready. Diners, you know, you got a couple dudes like that. And they're really proud. And I'll look at them like, and would you like me to get a mini skirt for you as well? Because you're sounding like you're patting yourself on the back about doing domestic activities. You're a man, bro. Be happy that you went and cut down this tree on the side of the house. And you know, you brick the whole driveway. That's man stuff. Not saying anybody can't do anything they want to do, but understand the womanly functions versus the masculine functions. You can go participate in that stuff to a certain degree, but always make space so that your wife can, you know, fulfill that role, because that is how you actually feed her energy. Nothing makes a woman more happy than a job well done that she feels directly benefits her family. If a woman make a quilt, you know, and it's a cold night, and she go in the cabinet and get that quilt and put it on you, and you're like, oh, babe, this is warm. She's gonna feel very happy about that because she's operating within her function. But we got these dudes who want to fight the woman for the woman's position because they grew up with their mama, and their mama was like, when I get home, the house better be clean, and you better take chicken out the freezer, not realizing emasculating these dudes. And now these dudes are placing value on things that, even though they can do it well, a woman doesn't need them to do that. So it's two people not getting what they need because you trying to be the woman, you fighting her over the stove in the apron, she fighting you over the stove and apron, and both people is totally neglecting the masculine aspect of the relationship. And I'm telling you, that's exactly why our relationships be failing. That's exactly why they do.
I also saw one of the comments you put up, Donis. I think her name was Miss Watts just now. It flashed across the screen.
Right.
I do agree with what you said, sister, that we do have other qualities about ourselves besides the submission that can enchant a man. I mean, clearly, look at our makeup. Just look at us. We are beautiful beings. So, and not just physically, you know. So I do agree. We do have other qualities about ourselves besides submission that can, you know, reel them on in. Just
Like
to add that.
somebody talk about submissive to a right. Listen, when a man looks at a woman, right, say she got a nice behind, he's not looking at that like, I can't wait to go wrestle with her because she got strong legs and she can put me in a figure four. He's looking at that like, I'm going to submit that. I'm a tap that. That's all submissive. So
What's a figure four?
see,
Oh,
exactly.
hold on. I'm gonna pull it up. Hold on.
I'm so confused. I'm like, wait, what?
Hold on. I'll pull it up.
Please.
He's not looking at those voluptuous qualities for the sake of physical use as far as athletics. He's looking at that like, dang, God, I'm gonna submit that. Like, she's gonna submit to me, you know, sexually. So the submission part is what draws a man to a female. Not my wife's, but the submission part is what draws a man to a female, and it's not a bad thing. It's actually what, you know. That's kind of like I'm not even gonna say that, but
Yeah, you're not.
shut up.
Here we go.
Ric Flair.
Figure four leg lock.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Okay, so why is feminine? Just like a man would not expect to do that with a woman, right? He's not looking at a woman like, I can't wait till we can grease ourselves down and do Greco-Roman wrestling. That's the same way a man should not look at a woman and be like, ooh, I can't wait to show her how good I am in the kitchen. See what I'm saying? It don't add up. It don't add up. It's okay if you cook. Like, hun, would you say I know how to cook?
Hey,
Look at wifey.
Miss
Look at
Pan
wifey.
Africanism.
He cooks good, where I get frustrated when he don't make me what I want, like shrimp and grits. For putting me on the channel and having to
look, see,
lovely character.
Look, so I'm a good cook, but my wife cooks the majority of the meals in the house. I'm not snatching. Look, African millennial tell you, go to Africa and try to wash the dishes. Go to Africa and try to wash the dishes and cook the meal. Those women will run you smooth up out of the whole house. Yeah. No, get out. we're gonna do this. You got dudes in America who gonna wrestle the woman down to the floor trying to take the spatula from her so they can show them what their mama taught them how to do in the kitchen. That's our problem. We got men with mindsets fighting with our women for the feminine position.
African millennial, go ahead.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
You're kind of low, but
Yeah.
that's good. Go ahead.
Can you guys hear me now?
That's better. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, so hi sis, how are you doing? And hi to everybody in
Hey,
the
love.
chat. What I just wanted to say is that like I think a lot of women are really delusional because some of us fail to realize that literally men don't actually need anything from women. They don't. Like we're
There's
talking
some-
about men that have a lot of means, which is what a lot of women want. A lot of women secretly want men that has a lot of money, right? Let's just be honest. So if you're looking for a man that has a lot of money, like he doesn't actually need anything that you have to offer. So that means that you as a woman, like you have to like it's like you gotta stop thinking that you're irreplaceable and you gotta stop thinking that you're too good to do certain things. Like for instance, as someone mentioned before, like the whole cooking and cleaning thing, it's good that you're able to do that because if you're talking to a man that has a lot of means, he doesn't actually need you to cook and clean for him. Like he could either get somebody else to do it because he has money, so he has options, or he could pay somebody to do it. So it's like if you're not willing to do it, it's going to be done, but not by you. So I feel like a lot of women have to lower. This is so sad because like some of our moms or some of our fathers tell us that we're everything, and we are, but a lot of us have to literally face the reality that we're not all that and that we have to cooperate with what some of these men say that they want. I've always looked at it this way: if you are trying to speak to a man that has a lot of means, you have to realize that he has a lot of options, so you have to lower like some of your standards. And then if you're speaking to a man that doesn't have a lot of means, he may have more time for you, but then you're expected to do more in the relationship and you have to be okay with that. So either way, I think we're kind of like screwed. Like we kind of just have to
Hey,
come to
Dinus,
terms with that and be more willing to cooperate. Yeah.
People don't even realize it be the little things about that women do that make a man fall in love with them. Dinus, you ever had a woman, she come to your house, she telling you where to put your shit in your own house. Don't put your shoes right there. Put your shoes up. This or that. She's like cleaning up your house and just being real domestic. You be like, man, this girl is so awesome. You just be sitting there. She ain't doing nothing but vacuuming the damn floor, and you just be amazed. Like, damn, look at her taking care of the house, doing that. Like, that's what men really man, I'm telling you, that stuff speaks to men because men, when they look for women, they looking for somebody who resembles like the mothering aspect of their life. And if you had a mom who was worth the damn, she did those things for you. So when you find a wife who kind of does those things too, you're like, look, I understand this is my wife, but I love the fact that she kind of makes this like feel like how I felt when I was younger. And for me, my grandma was like that with me. My grandma washed my clothes, cleaned my room. She did everything for me. You know what I'm saying? I always felt safe around my grandma. So when my wife, I met her and she did those same things. I was like, oh hell no, I gotta keep this one because she just like grandma.
And the food. Y'all better know how to cook something.
look.
You gotta know how to cook, you gotta know how to iron, you gotta know how to wash stuff. Like, and this is the thing about a lot of women. They'll be like, okay, but what if we both work 60 hours? Unfortunately, as a woman, I think you still have to take care of the household duties. Like that's just the way that.
But if
and this is not from Kevin Samuels. Thank you very much. This is African ideology.
No,
So
but
is
for
that,
real, man.
would you say that that is like a number one requirement that the woman still should? So let's say the man, I'm trying to give an example. So let's say the guy just likes to wash dishes. Should you still take over and say, no, I got that. Let me do it.
Yes.
Okay.
I wash dishes sometimes in my house, but when I do, it's like a surprise. You feel me? Like if my no for real. If my wife
No,
what
you wash the dishes, and I won't hear the end of it if you have to wash it. So
yeah.
I'll tell you to leave it alone.
Listen, but here's the thing. Say my wife is asleep, right? My wife usually get up later than me. I'm up early. If I'm up early and the dishes are not washed, sometimes I'll just go ahead and wash them. And then it's like a little surprise. Like, I can help her out. You feel me? Like, just do that.
Once a quarter, y'all. Great. I like it.
Yeah, it's better than that. It's better than never. But the point is, sometimes it's okay to do that to help out. But at the same time, if the roles are clearly defined, they're easier to live up to. Versus everyone's always fishing. Because guess what? Let me give you an example. Dishes don't get washed. I walk in the house. Why the damn dishes didn't get washed? Now my wife tell me, well, why he didn't wash them? Well, that's only possible if I'm washing dishes 50% of the time and she washing dishes 50% of the time. If she washing the dishes 99% of the time, it ain't no argument about who should wash the damn dishes. Just like it ain't no argument over who should cut the grass in the back, or who should have raked the lawn, or who should have took the trash out, or stuff like that. Because everybody's role is clearly defined. So that keeps down friction. And wise feminine, how many times have you gotten an argument with your boo about some type of domestic activity?
My boo.
Oh no, don't go there.
I know,
No,
right?
but it happens. But if you just define the roles clearly, there's no arguing about that stuff because everybody has their role. Then when you help each other, it's more appreciated. Like, he washed the dishes. That was so sweet. Whatever. That's just me.
What we'll do, we'll go ahead and start closing out. I got some stuff to do.
Nafisha
Hit that like button. We'll start with you, Wise Feminine. Go ahead. What you like to share in closing?
Self-healing, sisters.
Do you have a YouTube page or social media you want to shout out? Or
I do. My IG is the same as what's on the screen, so Wise Feminine, and I do have a channel, same name, same handle. So, but yeah, just self-healing. That's my thing. Self-healing. You cannot expect yourself to change or anything around you to change until you heal thyself. So that's all I want to say.
okay. African Millennial, go ahead.
Yeah, what I wanted to say is that I think that in reality and not in fantasy, I feel like most men don't care about like their girlfriend or their wife's degree or the fact that she owns her own business. They literally care about the fundamental things that our grandparents did, like what our grandmothers did for our grandfathers. And I feel like as a modern woman, if you try to use the 50-50 mentality, then that's just not going to work. And that's the reason why some relationships are not working. They were saying things like in the West, 80% of divorces are initiated by women.
Right.
So then they get these.
And then it's even higher if the woman is college educated.
Yeah. So then these women like think, okay, well, I'm gonna get divorced and I'm gonna get a better guy than I did before, and it usually never ends up happening. So that's why I'm saying I feel like some women are delusional. And you can be mad at me all I want, but this is stuff that my grandmother, my mother, all African ideologies that has worked for hundreds of years. So you could go on with your feminism. I'm not gonna wash. I was having an argument. Sorry, I know I'm taking a bit long, but I was having an argument with somebody the other day, like this lady the other day, and she was like, well, if the man eats, why should I wash the dishes? He has to wash the dishes too. And it's like, it's literally not a big deal, but they're just making it a big deal. But in any case, that's all I wanted to say. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Brandon. Go ahead, Brandon.
Listen, any woman who's talking about 50-50 in a relationship is a damn fool. Period. Why would you want to have 50-50 equality in a relationship when you could make it like 80-20 in your favor? If my wife tried to leave me, I would be crying on my knees, begging her to please don't go. Because she does so much for me. I know I ain't gonna find one of these little hood rats out here who's gonna replace her. So now she has all types of power now. She's like, my wife was like, I'm bored. I want to go somewhere. She spent a month in Africa off of a 2-second conversation in the kitchen. Right or wrong?
So
Right. She was like, I'm bored. I want to go somewhere. Boom. Month in Kenya. You know what I'm saying? With my daughter. That's all she had to say. Oh, I want this. Boom. She get it. Because it's like,
but I work hard though. Like I'm not getting it for free.
yeah,
I
she's
put
a
in
hard
a lot
worker.
of work.
She's a hard worker. But you get yourself to the point where you're not replaceable. It's like you work at a job and you're a great employee. They're like, dude, I'm less inclined to replace this person because I don't know if the person I hire is going to be able to live up to their qualification. So women should never strive for 50-50. Women should be jumping to do everything they can because guess what? Once you do that, like my grandma say just like this, and you can vouch for this. My grandma walk in the room and say, you know what, I want a new car. My grandpa say, you want a Cadillac or you want a Mercedes? That's all the niggas.
Yeah.
I needed a car. Listen. It was 2003, 2002. I needed a car, or 2003. I needed a car. My grandma had a brand new Cadillac. My grandma was like, I want a new car, and I'm gonna give this car to Brandon. Did she not give me her brand new car? And my grandfather went, I didn't even know you could write checks at a dealership. I didn't even know that. My grandfather went to the Cadillac dealership, wrote a check, and paid for her a new Cadillac cash. And I took her other like 1.5-year old Cadillac. Why? My grandma put the time in. What was his old boy gonna do without her? He couldn't do nothing. He was basically handicapped. Like he just did. He eat his food, he get up, walk outside, read his paper, come back, go take a walk around the block. Dinner was ready, breakfast was ready. We didn't eat lunch, breakfast and dinner. It was cracking. My grandma got herself to the point where she didn't even have to demand shit. She just, I want this, and it was done. You know, and that's how my wife is. And so I see the similarities there. Don't strive for 50-50. Strive for 80-20, 90-10. Be so much of a part of this new life that he can't function without you. And I'm telling you, that's when you hold all the cards. You won't have no dude leaving you or none of that. You gonna say this or that. He gonna be ready to do it because he gonna be like, who else am I gonna find? I'm gonna go get Cynthia G, you know, to replace my wife.
Like those light bulbs you about to do, right?
Look, yeah, I'm gonna do it. The thing is, yeah, I yesterday do the light bulbs in the bathroom, so I'm gonna do it. But the thing is, that's what women should be working for. If you can't be used, you're useless. And that's what we're so focused on not getting used, we become useless. And now the people who leave us, they're just like, well, I can leave you easily because you don't offer me anything. Versus the dude who like, nah, bro, like she take care of the kids, she clean the house, she do this, she do that, all this stuff. I can't leave her. I can't afford to leave, and I don't want to leave because this is great, even if there's problems. So that's what I'm saying. If you can't be used, you're useless. Be useful for anybody you come into contact with. Stop with the mindset of what can I get out of it. Walk up to people and ask them, how can I help you? That's what you need to start walking up to. And even your mate, even your girlfriend, boyfriend, babe, how can I help you today? And let her decide and then do it. And then I'm telling you, you ain't going to have all these bleeding and stuff.
All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining. Like, share, subscribe. If you want to roll to Sierra Leone with us, I got like one more slot. I got one more slot. We'll leave on the 19th. Some of y'all returning on the 29th. I'm going to Senegal or somewhere. I don't know where I'm going after that, but yeah, I'm going somewhere. Nigeria, August 16th to the 22nd. If you're going to roll to Nigeria, hit me up. Until next time, family. Dynasty Mirror Search for Huru. Peace.
Peace.
Bye-bye.